Okay, here we are. We're in the first round, and this is a decent enough hand. Could be better if I had a red. We'll go ahead and keep it. We've got the fourth turn abattoir ghoul, and maybe we'll draw something to get on the table sooner. And again, this is Swiss, so I'll be playing the whole time no matter what. Now, lucky, I got my deranged assistant, which is pretty much just going to set up third turn ghoul for me. Or I can attack and put out the Kessig Wolf. Third turn Mauler. Fantastic. That's why Deranged Assistant can be quite amazing, because you can pop it in there, and it gives you the option. If you get a creature, you can go, well, I'm going to go ahead and make the Mauler. If I didn't get a creature there, I would have made the Ghoul, and been happy either way. So Deranged Assistant really, if you're running islands, you got to have it. There was one deck I made not that long ago that just didn't have anything above 4 mana cost. That would be the only time where I would say I wouldn't want an assistant, and it was also because I didn't have very many zombies. So I'm going to put Curiosity here on the Mauler, because I have nothing to lose really if I do. I'm definitely gaining one card out of it, and if it forces him to burn a removal to kill this guy, then I'm in good shape. So my guess here is that I'm going to get more than one card out of this deal. And now I get to play my Kessig Wolf, unless... Oh, there we go. I wanted to get the Ghoul out. And, you know, playing the Kessig Wolf may have been the better play there. But I was hoping to get some stuff into my graveyard. Because even though I didn't get all the flashback I wanted, I did get some of my flashback, and putting it into my graveyard is just as good as having an extra card in my hand. So that's another reason why Deranged Assistant is so important, because it allows you to make that graveyard the resource that it is in Innistrad. We've got a Thraben Sentry, and so that means that this flyer is now probably going to be chump blocked. But I'm in a position where that's okay. I should have probably attacked with the Ghoul too. The reason why I didn't is because if he blocks with the Geist, my first strike flips the Sentry for him, and he can actually kill my my Mauler. Attacking with only the Mauler means he's either got to give up his dude or he's got to give me a card. I like that I got a card there. And I could play my Wolf. I really think it would be a bad idea, though. So I don't. I've got Blasphemous Axe, and basically that's sitting there for that threat that's on my opponent's side that might be scary. I know at this point I've gotten 2 extra cards out of Curiosity, so I'm less afraid of using Blasphemous Axe to kill some of my own men. And here's where we're getting kind of scary here. He's easily got the capability of sacrificing this Doomed Traveler to get 10 points of trample to use against me. So here's where I'm really thinking, you know what? I should go ahead and burn my Blasphemous Axe. So we're going to see what we can get here by making an attack. We're definitely going to get him to block with the Doomed Traveler. I know that's going to happen. And here we go. He does what I expected. And I think probably a mistake I made here was being just a little too intent on casting my my Blasphemous Axe, because now at this point I'm really only getting rid of 2 flyers and the Trampler when and basically losing the rest of this turn by playing Blasphemous Axe. But I pretty much had committed to doing it. And it was probably a bad play, because if I played the Mauler, I had a guaranteed blocker for that small guy, for the flip Thraben, and it wouldn't have been a big deal. I was just looking over there at his hand, going, well, he's got 3 cards left. I've drawn 2 more than him, maybe 3 if I didn't go first. And my guess was that I would be on the table quicker. One of my dudes was quality, the makeshift Mauler. Kessig Wolf, okay. But that makeshift mauler I knew was probably going to be better than anything he would put out. Because the cards I expect him to play right now are Gallow Warden. There we go. Um, maybe the Hounds, if anybody actually plays those. And here I choose to kill that Gallow Warden. Because we know our opponent has things like Chapelgeist, and those cards just get remarkably better when you've got a Gallow Warden out in play. And the other reason I did that is because I knew that I could cast the Wolf as a follow-up. And Butcher's Cleaver, this is the redeemer for the human deck here. He can be in a losing game, and that Cleaver can bring him back. So what should I do now? What I do is I decide to leave my mana open so that if he tries to equip the Cleaver to his priest, I can kill whatever he does. Probably the better play would have been to just go ahead and play the Mauler, because this Cleaver wouldn't have killed the Mauler. I was just terrified of him gaining all that life. So we're going to go ahead and kill the priest here. I think that was probably a bad play. I killed him because he was a human. And I was thinking, well, this Bloodgift Demon, it's really kind of not amazing for him. He's under 10 life, and sure, he's going to get some extra cards out of the deal, but unless he gets some quality humans, he's not gaining that life back. And we're going to see how he's going to prove me wrong on this one. At least, if not in this game, in some of the successive games that we play. I mean, basically, he's got a 5-turn clock if he attacks with this demon right now, as it stands, if nothing else hits the table. But in order to do that, he has to tap out, and he can make it quicker by equipping the Cleaver. But not that much quicker. It's only one turn quicker, and he's not getting any life when he does that. So I think putting this on the Geist now was probably a good play. We'll play our Desperate Ravings there because we have a good chance of discarding a land, and so far that's all we've discarded with that card. And you know, this is why Village Ironsmith is not a fantastic card. It's because you draw it late game like this, and it's not going to do anything remarkable. Basically, my motivation here, I know he's going to block with the Geist. He's fine with trading with me. The motivation, though, is if all he has is this Bloodgift Demon, the guy is just going to sap his life total. If he can't attack with him, if he's got to leave him on the defense, he's not getting the effectiveness of this demon. The thing that he is getting, though, and that's gonna really mess me up, is the fact that he's getting those extra cards. So he's getting dudes, and there's nothing I can really do to stop that. I've thinned my deck out a little, but am I going to continue to draw lands for the rest of the game? That would definitely be something that would hamper my ability to win. Although we are getting to the point to where if we have it in our graveyard, we can play Forbidden Alchemy again. And see, this is right here. This is what sucks about having a good, solid team of first strikers. We've got a fully flying board over there. I mean, he should have probably attacked with the demon last turn. Although he's in that scary zone where that's why he didn't do it. He's too low. But I mean, he's got 12 damage on the table. So if he were to tap out, then he's got me pretty close to dead. I mean, tapping out right now kills him, but he can definitely at least send the Vampire Interloper. That guy's not going to be blocking, so he can narrow the gap between our life totals a little bit with that guy. And you know, you always want to do that when you've got a Noble on the table, because Noble is gonna make things even out in the event of some sort of crazy board clear. And I'm going to hold all these lands here because I have nothing in my deck. There's no scenario where I would need more than 8 mana, at least against this opponent. So I'm holding these cards, making at least the representation that I have something that I can do at some point. And so this is the flaw with my risky, always take trade style of play, is that you can get to the end of the game and draw nothing but your early game guys, like your Delver's Secrets. And there's therein lies the problem with Delver's Secrets too. You never want to draw him turn 15 or turn 13. That's what we're on, because his effectiveness is going to be very marginal at that point of the game. Altar's Reap. I don't know if that's what I would have done. I probably would have gotten rid of that Interloper myself, because that human is lifelink, and even if he sent it on the ground to attack me, I see, he's got the first strike there. See, I would never really use Altar's Reap that way. I would use it to set up Morbid, or as a response to someone trying to kill my guys. I mean, basically, I guess his motivation was, I'll have another flyer, I'll be able to do another point of damage. But really, right now, I think if he taps out, he kills me. But he thinks I have something, and if I did, great. But so his safe play is to just send the Vampire again. But he actually does the right thing here and just goes ahead and ends it. Now, I mean, shoot, if I had the right combination of stuff right there, I stood a good chance of not dying. But I didn't have it. Really, there's not actually anything I can think of thanks to that Noble being on the table. I mean, I'd have to be playing white with multiple rebukes for that to have actually gone my way. We were playing against a human deck, so we side in those Village Cannibals. Because if nothing else, he's going to gain off of my Delvers. He'll gain off of my Ironsmith if it dies as a human. He'll gain off the Occultists. And he'll gain off any of the Thrabins, any of the Doom Travelers. And at this point, I need cards that will help me against the combo of getting Butcher's Cleaver on some of those mediocre humans that he has. So now I'm looking to cut a couple of things. I put in Curse of the Pierced Heart because my opponent got pretty low on life, and if I'd put that out there early in the game, then that would have made the difference there. Curse of the Pierced Heart is really a card that does actively sort of affect the ability for someone to be able to win and utilize something like Bloodgift Demon. Because I mean, Bloodgift Demon is probably going to be pretty terrible if it's giving me if it's giving me cards. But keep in mind that is one option you have with the Bloodgift Demon. If you're really close to killing your opponent, make him take the damage and draw the cards. Especially if you're running some stuff like Bump of the Night, which is usually not very good, but and I'm talking to my friend here. I probably didn't need to kill the priest, because if I hadn't killed the priest with the Geist Flame that game, even though he would have been tapping one of my guys each turn, I could have attacked with either one of my first strikers and used the Geist Flame to kill that Bloodgift Demon. Because my opponent clearly used that guy to set up a wall. Normally that's a guy that you want to be attacking with every turn, but when you're playing against the opponent that only has 3 toughness creatures and no way to sneak them up higher, you're not going You're not going to get past that. I mean, and what I was counting on was that I would draw something usable. I drew the car, I do the lands, I drew the Delver, all stuff that wouldn't affect the game. And if I did an analysis of what was left in my deck, it should have been apparent to me that that was what was going to happen that game. So the nice thing I've got here is I do have the setup for turn 2 Delver of Secrets. So that's nice. I had to mull that other hand away because I don't think it had a single land. Maybe it had one land, but this is much better because I can get in there. Turn 2 Delver of Secrets, turn 3 Rake of Share. So I'm going to have 2 threats that my opponent has to do something about very quickly. And if I get the Dream Team going, if I get that Delver of Secrets flipped, then it's going to be really good. Graveyard Shovel. I actually think that is a fantastic sideboard card. When you see that your opponent is playing any zombies, any Scobs or Stitch Drakes, that's a great card to have in your deck. And most of the time I've found with this set, the life totals really are that close. You may beat your opponent, but you're going to be in single digits when you do it. And Graveyard Shovel is a great way to guarantee that you're ahead on the damage. Chapelgeist. Now that's a good stop for my Rake of Share. Now I got to flip my dude there. So probably what I should do is I should just go ahead and attack with the Aberration. I want to encourage a trade. And what I do is I attack and basically willingly set up 2 for 1. Which was ultimately kind of a bad play. I mean, the thing what I cling to there was that if he did block me, I had flying damage that was going to continually hit him. And I was thinking, well, I'm going to be putting this Ghoul out. He's first strike. He's going to be a ground pounder or a way to keep him from even getting through to me. So try to get all this damage in early. And Graveyard Shovel is going to be a card that can potentially slow that down quite a bit. The Noble is great for him because it does allow him to chump. And I think I probably should send both guys here. Yeah. And see, if he had blocked there, it would have been worse for him. But now, since he didn't, Falkenrath Noble is a guy that's going to allow you to stabilize. He can, as long as he's got something else to play, he can make next turn be really effective for him. And even if not. Okay, let's go ahead and send our Aberration over there. I probably should have sent both again. Yeah. Am I going to do that? No, I don't do it this time. And I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, Rebuke. Rebuke is what I was thinking. We like getting rid of nobles at this stage of the game, but we don't like Moment of Heroism. What are we doing? We were thinking about Geist Flaming. Oh, yeah, we're going to Geist Flame at the end phase. That way, I mean, I couldn't kill it right then anyway. The later I kill it, the better. We got to get that guy off the table. So, we'll go ahead and Geist Flame him at this point. I think I'm too eager to use my Geist Flames. And I mean, that's him getting maximum advantage out of that guy. He just killed one of my guys, gained 4 life, and then he got to sacrifice him when I tried to kill him. So it sucks for him because he had to lose his guy, but he really got good use out of that guy. And Unburial Rights. That card is just phenomenal. You see Unburial Rights, you've got to have it. Let's go ahead and send the ghoul in, I figure. If he blocks with the Cathar, which he does, he's getting to pump his noble. Oh, but he team blocks, which is good. I should kill the noble here, but it's not as awesome killing the noble because I know it's coming back with the Unburial Rights. So the benefit for me here is that I'm going to get some life, even though I lose a little bit when things die. Actually, I guess it balances out because my ghoul is going to die. And we'll go ahead and put the Pierced Heart out there. It puts a real clock on the game, but it's a clock that's really diminished by the fact that he's going to be able to return that noble back. And the fact that he's got the shovel up there. Because every time he puts a dude in his own graveyard, it allows him the possibility to gain an extra 2 life whenever he wants. And he can always start using that thing on me at end step as well. No. And I may have already said it, but one of the mistakes I make this draft is definitely giving up stuff in trade and really counting on an unrealistic expectation of being able to draw out of the hole faster than my opponent. There's no reason to assume that you're going to do that. Your opponent has just as much likelihood as you do of having that happen, and that's why I'm going to lose this match, just because I threw everything away. We'll attack here, and I really wish Unburial Rights were not there still. But I'm in a situation where I have to play it. I have to play that Blasphemous Axe right now. Because there's too much damage coming my way. That lifelink is going to be out of control. And, you know, a card like Blasphemous Act is a good way to shut off Cannibals and Cathar from being the really good setup cards that my opponent could really use. So he'll probably, I would Unburial Rights something, but oh no, he doesn't need to. He's got something already in his hand. And of course, I'm going to continue to draw land that I don't need. So now I've got a 5/2 Vigilance guy with lifelink coming at me. So I think it really was a flaw in my brain that made me think that Curse of the Pierced Heart would make sense. My opponent has so many opportunities to gain that life back when he loses it. Really, I would have been better off finding some way to kill Cleaver if it came out. Well, did it come out first game? I don't know if it actually came out first game. So probably just packing as many dudes into my deck as I could would have been the way to go. And Falconwrath Noble is a game sealer when it comes that late like that. And there's really nothing else I can do in this game. I really should just concede. Cards that would be good are Grasp of Phantasms, Silent Departure, And that's about it, really. Why he? Oh, he switched over there to fly and seal the deal, pretty much, because there's no instant bounce in this block, so I'm not getting rid of those guys. So that is that's the first set of matches. We'll be back with match 2.